We do have some closing remarks that we want to make. We've actually got our summing up already on some slides, so let's hope they're completely accurate. So we wanted to leave you today with some clear points in your mind. So the first is we're not on track for 1.5 or 2 degrees. So in case anyone was really hopeful, we aren't quite yet there. But at the moment, it looks as if we're about on track for 3.5 degrees, which is meant to be severe climate change. So there's still more work to be done. The Talanoa dialogue, hopeful. We're looking at this inclusive approach, businesses, NGOs, etc. Wanted to stress that though Paris formally comes into effect in 2020, there's still the early action is extremely important. One more, the key sectors we've talked about today are doing quite a lot, so we need to do a fair amount. So we've talked about energy, the wider sort of business world, finance, and also insurance. There has been increasing attention over the last few months, as Jeannie pointed out, on other aspects like food, forestry, etc. So these must also not be forgotten, and perhaps they have more to offer than we thought in the past. And a final sort of summary that change is happening, technology, business action, investor action. But I wanted to flag up those 3 gaps, which I think were in Professor Chai, our speaker, who couldn't make it in the end from China. He pointed to 3 gaps, which are around still, how do we reduce our emissions? So we still haven't got still not on the right trajectory, the biggest thing. Policy as well as technology is important, which is what we were trying to bring out. It's not only about trying to ensure we have the technology, but it's implementation, as Eric said. Finance, still a gap here, and leadership is really important. And we do have potentially much more of a role to play in this part of the world, but it may not only be governments, it may be business. So we wanted to leave you with those messages. So critical role for all of you in taking this forward and for spreading the word outside this room, as Eric mentioned earlier. So thank you very much.